I hated blockchain games, but I'm hesitantly playing them now. The question is why? I'm going to answer that question throughout the video, but diving back into crypto gaming with a particular focus currently on the newly launched big time preseason. If you've been following my old content, you know that I hated playing blockchain games and that grind, and to the point where I stopped creating content on it and I privated my old videos, but they're back, so now you can see them. I've been and still am skeptical of crypto games in general. Big time in the past is what made me hate the grind, and I said it was like working at a digital Target, except instead of folding clothes, I was running dungeons and killing monsters, praying to the RNG gods that I would get paid for the day and for my actions. Why am I jumping back specifically into big time when I hated it? And I was very questionable about the team and what they were doing. So, what changed? To put it bluntly, the financial opportunity is what changed, and the grind is different, so there's an added new layer of novelty. One of my favorite parts of MMORPGs like World of Warcraft, Ragnarok Online, is the in game economy and selling items to players. I really enjoyed setting up my shop and figuring out how to maximize how much money I made, min-maxing which items I sold, watching the economy and how things would skyrocket and then tank, different times to sell, and how to optimize the in-game money that I made. The difference now is I get to do this on a real-world financial scale with a financial real-world incentive beyond just playing what big time was previously, a 10 to 12 hour day grind, barely making over minimum wage. Big time preseason was now what is allowing players to earn their crypto token that they've launched on big exchanges like OKX, and now you can farm that in game, which is the only place that you can get the crypto token to sell. So what they did also was they finally added utility to space, which is their metaverse land that I bought and farmed previously in gold early access. While I'm still wary of the overall landscape of crypto games, the economist in me and the trader in me can't help but be drawn to the potential short-term gains that this new dynamic is presenting, especially since this is legitimately the best opportunity I've seen to recoup my losses that I speculated on big time too early and got paid the price. The best way to explain my approach with big time and just crypto games in general is we're going to have a quick history lesson. Have you ever heard of the name Samuel Brannan? This person was named the richest man in California during the gold rush. And the caveat is he did not mine any ounce of gold. Instead, he profited by selling the tools to eager miners instead. And historically, many miners came to California and they left empty handed, finding no gold. So today, my approach to blockchain games is drawing from this inspiration from Brandon's strategy. And instead of being the miner, and in this case of crypto games being the players, I'm looking to see how I can provide the tools or services to ride the initial wave of hype and then make a timely exit. I want to exit early, oftentimes just to reduce my risk. And yes, I do leave potential money on the table, but I reduce my risk that things and the team and other economic factors outside of my control can affect that market and then affect that crypto game. Incompetent teams to smart teams are all affected the same by the ongoing financial macro landscape. I'd rather make some money than lose a significant amount because a digital asset or a crypto token tanks. So with big time and blockchain games moving forward, I view them as short term, get in, get out, tactical trade, or think of it like a one night stand that my friend would describe as wham bam, thank you ma'am. Not my words, his words, but I will always remember them. For big time, this is possibly the best time to recoup some losses and potentially get to break even and get to profit, especially for those of us who made mistakes in the past. As you recall from my older videos, I broke down my profitability of big time of playing during gold early access. I'll be updating a new video of profit and loss analysis, so subscribe to see my pain and how things were profitable now. And spoilers, they're not. The question is, how bad is it? And can this new opportunity recoup my losses and actually get me into profited. However, let's address the elephant in the room, the big time team, who I've been extremely critical in the past. So just like managing a real world economy is challenging, crypto gaming companies like Big Time can make mistakes. And they're going to make mistakes because this is a new industry, but their mistakes are going to affect us to a greater degree. Instead of Blizzard messing up Diablo 4 and turning and ruining a fun game, what happens instead is when the big time team makes a mistake, they ruin our wallets instead of our gaming egos. From the greedy land sales in the past that inflated supply and tanked land value, a in-game economy can plummet overnight, as we've seen, and it can happen as fast as an hour or within a few minutes. So I will give credit to the big time team for pushing through this bear market, increasing and improving this game, and creating a loyal gamer base during this low downturn. But my previous criticisms of them are mostly the same. I've learned no matter how good the team is or incompetent, just making mistakes that are granted when you create a new business, one mistake is all it takes, or just a series of small mistakes. So a word, a caution and warning to everybody watching this, always be skeptical. There's no shortage of crypto games that have soared to only crash in an epic fashion. Dookie Dash, Wizards and Dragons, Wolf Game, Axie Infinity, just to name a few. And as I produce more content on Big Time and similar opportunities, remember this is going to be my ongoing strategy and it's going to be consistent. Dive in, capitalize on short-term gains, exit before the bubble bursts. So could I be missing out on the next big thing, the next World of Warcraft of Web3 games? Possibly, but this landscape is treacherous and picking the next big thing is a gamble that I'm just not willing to make anymore. So a warning when you watch my videos and anyone else's videos, the opportunity could have already passed, so always remember that. An urgent update, the big time, surprise, made some different adjustments and have now tanked prices. So the video that I was gonna create and subsequent videos of how to earn money have gone out the window and now we're trying to figure it as we go. And just like I foreshadowed that I'm still skeptical of the big time team, and as their track record and history showed us, they're going to make more mistakes. We as players are affected. So always a warning, get in, get out, and always be careful of whatever team that you're dealing with. Subscribe to the channel so you can get more updates like this. I'm going to have shorter, quicker updates with less edits so I can just get the most up-to-date information because this moves fast, as we've seen. Subscribe so you don't miss anything moving forward. Big time, why can't we have nice things?